team. Oh my goodness, it is the best part of the week, which means that it is time to welcome our newest stylists. So, welcome, new stylists, to your welcome orientation and welcome returning stylists. Sometimes I know some of you, sometimes people leave the business and they come back and want to get started and reacclimated. This night is for you. If you are brand new to the team, this night is good for you. And if you have just want a little bit of a refresher, of course, this always works as well. So if you are seeing this and you are new, stay with us. You're going to have a great night of training here. And do right now two things. Number one, comment if you're watching live or comment if you're watching the replay. And the second thing I need you to do is to tag your recruiter and or your leader. Okay, so please tag your recruiter and or your leader. I should say your leader and or your recruiter, so that they know that you are on here. So comment if you're watching the live or if you're watching the replay, and please tag your leader. If you're the leader watching, please tag your newest stylists. So my name is Michelle Zito. I am your company VP, and it is my job to help to train you and help support you so that you can have a super successful and fun business here at Park Lane. So this is your welcome orientation, where tonight we're going to talk about how you're going to get your business off to a super successful start. That's going to include how to have a great launch party. Now, not to worry, if you already had your launch party, you're going to learn tips that you can apply to either another launch party or your regular parties moving forward. You're also going to learn how to add the free jewelry to your kit every single month through the Rich Rewards program, and how to successfully launch and announce your business to your friends and family. So that is the agenda tonight. So thrilled to see some of you are on here live. Welcome, welcome. And again, do comment if you're watching live or watching the replay. So Park Lane is so generous to us. They know that all the time we want more jewelry. I am in this business for 22 years, and I want more free jewelry in my kit just as much as all of you that are brand new. So Park Lane also knows that you joined this business to make money and not to spend it. And that's why we have our Rich Rewards program. So let's take a jump over to our Rich Rewards program in the in the field interface. So let me go ahead and share my screen so that they changed the wording. Okay. Okay, so let's go to what tab we want. And here is our Rich Rewards program. So again, our Rich Rewards program is the program that allows us to earn free jewelry every single month that we can add to our kit. So let's take a look. Level 1 is $250 worth of free jewelry. Submit personal sales of $1,000 in net and non-sales within the first 2 commission dates of a calendar month, and you're rewarded with $250 worth of jewelry of your choice. Now, there's kind of a lot of company jargon there. See how it says 1,000 N plus N? It says first 2 commission dates of a calendar month. Let's take a look at what those 2 things mean before we continue on. So the first thing it said was submit $1,000 N plus N, which means net and non. So let's talk about what are net versus non-sales, because it is important to know these things so that you know how you're getting paid. Okay, so many of you may be too new to have taken any customer orders yet. But I'm guessing that a lot of you have placed a customer order, and some of this will sound familiar in that way. But do jot some notes down here because you're going to find this helpful as you begin to take orders. So, a regular customer order, right? When you think about the sale, right? The sale that our customers shop, the first part is buy 2 pieces at regular price. Those 2 pieces are the lowest price pieces, right? So if your customer takes a pair of Whisper earrings and a pair of Moana earrings, these are going to be probably the 2 lowest things on their order. They are $26 each. So the 2 regular price pieces on their order, the 2 lowest price pieces that are regular price on their order are net. Okay. The net part of the order is the part that you get paid your commission on, plus you get all of your contest points and stuff. So the 2 regular price pieces are net. Okay. The next thing they're entitled to is 4 pieces at half price. And now those pieces can be any price at all. So if your customer likes the Dutton earrings that I'm wearing and they're going to get those for half price, now that becomes their half price piece because they already got 2 low price pieces. And now that piece is half. Maybe they want a Bellini ring, half price. Maybe they want the Rika bracelet in each color, half price. They can get up to 4. All of those 4 half price pieces are also net. Okay, so now your commission is based on the regular price and the half price pieces so far, right? So now the second part of the sale is that when they meet the qualifying sales under normal circumstances, that's $90. So when they meet the minimum sale, which again is normally $90, they then get to put a bonus item on their order. And the bonus item is whatever piece of jewelry they want that is up to $200, they can put it on their order for $30. So if the customer wants the sandalwood necklace that's normally $198, they can now put it on their order for $30. The $30 bonus purchase is non, which means that you get your contest credit, such as for your Rich Rewards. If you're working on a Mercedes, you're working towards a trip, you're working towards any bonus jewelry. All of that, the non-commissionable counts. So the 2 low price pieces are net, the half price pieces are net, the bonus is non. Now, how about style drops, right? Many of you are familiar with style drops. So, for example, the Pink Power bracelet, right? We know that at the time of release that this is $35 with a $40 purchase. So in the case of the Pink Power bracelet or any special color impression bracelet or any special style drop piece that comes out over the course of a month or is already on the website, the $40 that the customer needs to purchase to qualify for the special is net. So if your customer buys the Kai bracelet, Kai, this turquoise one right here, that's $40 on the dot. The $40 is net. And then their bonus piece, their style drop, is non. So the $35 in this case piece would be non. So as you can see, what the pattern is that the desire to get the special, whether it's the bonus item, whether it's the style drop, the desire for the non-commissionable bonus piece is what drives the net purchase. Okay, so when you get paid, you're going to see that your paycheck dollar amount is based on the net sales. But as you're accruing any of your contests, it's based on the net and the non-sales. Okay, so that's net versus non. So I want to make sure that that was clear. Any questions on that, feel free to put it into the comments. All right. So that is net and non. So that's the N plus N. Now, the second thing it said there was that it needed to be in the first 2 weeks of the Park Lane month. So let's take a look at that. Can you grab a calendar or like look at the calendar on your phone? All right, so let's take a look at October on a phone. Now, Park Lane's month ends each week ends on a Wednesday. So every pay week is Thursday to Wednesday, which means that the last Wednesday of the month is the last day of the month in Park Lane World. So if we look at this October calendar, the last Wednesday of October is October 26th. So anything we're working on for October, any October specials, anything that's happening in October ends on the 26th. So if you put in any business on the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, or 31st, all of those dates that are October in the normal world will count towards November in Park Lane World, even if the show was actually held in October. When you send it in is when it counts for. Okay, so with that being the case, to know when October started, we need to know when did September end, right? So what was the last Wednesday of September? Well, it looks like it was September 28th. So that means that September 29th and 30th were part of October for us. So the first week of October is October 29th, September 29th to October 5th. Okay, so that's week 1. And then October 6th through the 12th is October pay week 2. So in order to earn Rich Rewards level 1 in the month of October, we need to have that 1,000 net and non in the first 2 weeks, means from September 29th to October 12th. Does that make sense? So when you're figuring out like how you're getting paid, right? Whatever you submit Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday ends your pay week. On Friday, you go into your back office under tools, and then you click commission, and it will show you the statement of what you submitted. As you build a team, it will show what your team submitted and therefore what your paycheck will be. So that happens on Fridays. Direct deposit comes through on Tuesday. All right. So it kind of feels like there's 2 paydays. Friday is the day you find out what it's going to be. Tuesday is the day it shows up in your account. All right. So then that means, just for clarity moving forward, October week 3 is from the 13th to the 19th. And October week 4 is the 20th to the 26th. And then October 26th, if you want to mark it in your calendar, is month end for October. So anything you're working on in October ends on the 26th. All right. So with that in mind, let's head on back over to the Style Boss News. So let me go back to that so that we can finish taking a look at our Rich Rewards program. Okay, so level 1, $250 worth of free jewelry. Submit $1,000 net and non-sales within the first 2 commission dates of the month. You are rewarded with $250 worth of jewelry of your choice. Pretty amazing, right? I should mention as well that the sparkle boxes are non as well. So they do help you so much with earning your Rich Rewards level 1, because if you had 10 sparkle box subscribers, premium, let's say, that would be $390 in sales that you would have go through on the first of the month, which really helps you earn your Rich Rewards. So it is considered non for the purpose of your commission, though it is net when you're working towards your promotion. So we can, of course, explain that when the time comes. So that is how we earn $250 worth of free jewelry. All right, let's look at level 2. Submit personal sales of $2,500 net and non in the whole calendar month for Park Lane, and you will earn that month's designer piece. So take a look at what it is here. It's the bombshell bracelet in black. So right now in the catalog, we have the bombshell bracelet in white and we have it in pink. They're both great sellers. I find the white especially a good seller. When this comes out in black, we're going to be selling it like hotcakes. So the way that the Rich Rewards generally works is that we earn it in 1 month. They send out the sample, and then some point after that, it gets released. Sometimes it's released the following month. Sometimes it's released in an upcoming, say, holiday collection or something. But in whatever case, it will be available to customers at some point after we earn it. So it is, of course, an amazing strategy to always make sure that you earn that, so that you always have something new and exciting coming to show your customers that you didn't have to pay for. Okay. Level 3 is also based on sales. When you have sales of $4,000 over the entire Park Lane month, then you get to pick out yet another $300 worth of jewelry of your choice. So that's pretty amazing, because that's $550 in jewelry that you can choose, plus whatever the value is of your piece of the month, which in this case is close to $200. I think the bombshell bracelet is in the vicinity of $140 or so. So definitely a fantastic value. All right. You can also earn Rich Rewards through building your team. So in this case, in a month that you have 2 personal recruits that then go on to qualify with their 1,000 in sales in their first 5 weeks here, you earn $300 worth of additional jewelry. And when you have 4, you have yet another $300 shopping spree coming your way. In case you did that quick math in your head, that's $1,100 worth plus of jewelry every single month that you can potentially earn. So, who's excited about earning free jewelry? Can you please comment Rich Rewards if you just decided that you're going to earn some Rich Rewards this month? What do you want to start with? Do you want to start with making sure that you definitely get that bombshell bracelet in the black? Let me know what levels you are shooting for so that we can cheer you on and make sure that you are on track to do that. So, if you are into earning free jewelry, if you are into earning a weekly paycheck, then let's get down to it. So please jot a couple of things down, right? First, I want you to write down 12 to 15 average orders. 12 to 15 average orders. Okay. Next, write down $1,000 in sales. $1,000 in sales. Then write down $300 in commission. $300 in commission. All right, so what do these numbers mean? When you collect 12 to 15 orders on your launch party, and honestly, any party really for that matter, and I know you all know 12 to 15 people with a neck. All of our hostesses know 12 to 15 people with a neck, right? You can expect that will yield you at least $1,000 worth of customer orders, which is going to yield you about $300 in commission. Does that sound good? All right, I thought so. I think that is amazing, right? So, having a successful launch party that your leader is probably doing for you or with you is important to having that successful launch party, as well as making sure that you have business that's going to extend past your family and friends. So, there are three steps that are going to make your launch party successful. Okay, step one is if you consider having more than one launch party. Okay, we're going to talk about each of these steps. Consider having an additional launch party or multiple launch parties and make sure that you are being very inclusive in your inviting. Okay, step two is inviting using multiple methods and the right words. Invite using multiple methods and the right words. And step three is to fill your calendar with parties so that you can get practice and so that you can get that consistent weekly paycheck and earn your rich rewards. Okay, now, of course, we're going to go over each of these steps. Let's go over step one first, the multiple launch parties and the inviting. Now, there's so many ways that you can do multiple launch parties, right? Maybe your leader doesn't live near you and your launch party is actually going to be on Facebook Live. That doesn't mean that you can't have an in-person party as well, because I'm quite sure that you have local either neighbors, friends, family that would love to get together in person to see the jewelry. You can do that in addition to your Facebook Live party. It can be on the same night where you watch the live together, and then after the live, you're all together and taking orders with them in person. It can be on a different night entirely after that Facebook Live, so that you know how to run the orders and things. It can be maybe your launch party was a couple of weeks ago and you want to now do a follow-up launch now that you have your kit, now that you have more jewelry, now that you have a little more practice, you can do another launch party. These are all ways to help you build your practice and to help you really reach that $1,000 in sales that's going to set you up for future success. So when you're doing your inviting, please make sure that you and also all of your future hostesses are not just going into the Facebook event, clicking invite, the Facebook group, I should say, clicking the invite button and shoving everybody on your friends list in there. That is not personal. That is not special. And also Facebook doesn't like it because it seems spammy. And that's because it kind of is. What you want to do is send a personal message via text, via Facebook Messenger. You want to pick up the phone so that people can hear your excitement. Mary, I'm so excited. I started a business with Park Lane. I'm having a launch party, and you are the jewelry fashionista of the group. I really need you there so that you can let me know what pieces that you like best, so I'll know what to put in my kit. Can you please be there? It's Sunday night. I really love to get your opinion on the jewelry so that I know what pieces to put in my kit. People love being asked for their opinion. So be honest about why you want people there. Who's the party person? Who's the one who has all the friends that they always bring a group when they come somewhere, right? These are all the things that you want to say personal to people. There will be no, hey girl. There will be no group texting, group inviting, chat inviting. That is annoying. It's impersonal and it will not get you the results that you want. Take the time for personal invitations, okay? Definitely makes a huge difference. Now, before we move on to step two, let me ask you a question. How many of you would like a 5% raise in your personal commission? Everybody who came in as a stylist, which is most of you, are currently making 30% commission. So who would be interested in hearing right now how to get a 5% raise and bringing your personal commission on everything you sell up to every net sale up to 35%? Let me know in the comments if that's something that you're excited about. I think it's so amazing that you can have started. Some of you may have just signed up today, just got your kit today, and we're already talking about how you can get a raise. That is not something that we find out there in the regular world, right? But here in Park Lane, and I'm glad that so many of you want to, you can. And here's how. When one person joins you in this business, and fun fact, those who start a direct sales business with a friend or a family member statistically do better than people who start alone. So often, everyone's first team member is a friend or a family member. So think about that right out of the gate, right? So there's 2 steps. Step 1 is that you have a month in which you sold 1,000 net and non. So that's why we really like your launch party to go in at 1,000, just so that we know that you're ready for your promotion. Because if your launch party goes in at 1,000, we can check that box and we don't have to think about that again. All right. So that's step 1. Step 2 is someone joins your team. Again, usually a friend or family member for your first stylist on your team. And they have their $1,000 in their first 5 weeks, which of course we're going to help them do it in their party as well, ideally. And then you get a 5% raise in your commission. So instead of making 30% on each net sale, you're making 35%. Now, mathematically, just so that you have an idea of what that means, if you were to submit a completely average $600 net show, right now, your commission would be $180, which is great, right? I mean, if it's an online party, you're sitting in the chair you're in right now, you're showing jewelry, and then suddenly you have a $180 paycheck. Pretty amazing. But did you know that with that 5% raise, with bumping up to branch, you would make $210 on that same exact party? Now, obviously, 210 is better, right? Now, that's not just one show, that's every show. That's every show forever. It's every individual order forever. So you don't ever lose that status. So think about how much money you can accumulate over the course of a month when every single sale going in is at 35% instead of 30%. So here's the thing. When you get started, like you're doing right now, some of your friends and family are going to ask you some questions. They're going to say things like, so Mary, how much did you have to spend on your kit? Fran, how many meetings did you have to go to? Have you had to spend much more money after the stuff you bought, right? Do you have to keep buying jewelry? All of these questions, what they really mean is, how much would I have to spend on a kit? Will there be meetings available for me to learn what to do? Am I going to have to buy jewelry after I join? That's what they're really asking. So now that you know that little secret, make sure that you have on your calendar that every Monday night, we have what we call the free necklace call. And the reason that we have this event for you every single Monday night is because every day you're going to be running into people online and in real life that are thinking about doing what you're doing. And because it may be hard for you to share that information right away, or you might not know how to get somebody signed up or how to share that business information, we have this call for you every Monday night. It's a Zoom. They can jump on. They can hear me explain why this business might be right for them. And at the end, we raffle off a free necklace. So that's why we call it the free necklace call. There is absolutely no obligation to join. It's just so that they can come get their questions answered in a very non-threatening and friendly environment. So anytime you hear people, you're noticing that somebody may be interested, you can, step 1, you can send them the company video, which is a little bit of an overview about the business. If it's close to a Monday, or it is Monday, or you just want to go straight to inviting them to the call, you can do that. And at the end of this, I'm going to show you where the links for that is, and also where all of the language is for the inviting. Okay. So we want you to do that because right now, what will attract people to you is your enthusiasm. Oh my gosh, yes, I am having so much fun. I have so much jewelry here. I can't believe they're paying me weekly. It would be great if we could do this together. But you know what? Let me you can also have your leader jump on with you. Would it be okay if my friends fill in your leader's name, right? Would it be okay if my friend Sylvia gave you a call? Would it be okay if my friend Jennifer gave you a call? She's the one answering all of my questions, and I want to make sure she answers yours as well. Would you like to join us Monday night? Every Monday night, my leader gives away a free necklace among everybody who comes and listens to what Park Lane's about. I would love for you to join us. Do these words sound like things you can say? Okay. Do you want to have somebody on your team? Can you please comment right now? Free necklace call. Comment free necklace call if you want to have at least one person on next Monday's free necklace call, because the whole reason we do it is to help you get a raise and then get a raise again and then get a raise again and continue to build. Okay. So, all right, let's continue on. So that was step one, which is doing the 2 launch parties, how to invite. I just threw in the bonus on how to get a raise. So let's go on to step 2, the inviting. Use multiple methods, but one of those methods cannot be a group text. People hate getting involved in group chats. Not only is it annoying, but here's the problem. When an invitation goes out for anything, and you know this, when I explain this to you, you're going to know what I'm saying. The no's come first when invitations go out, right? Because if you receive an invitation and you know you're not available on that date right away, it's your cousin's bridal shower, it's whatever it is, you respond immediately, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I can't come. It's my cousin's bridal shower, right? Now, when that's a one-on-one transaction, that's fine because not everybody that you invite to any social event of any kind can come. But when it takes place in a group chat and when you send out your invite, you're so excited about, and 5 immediate no's come back, it sets a bad tone, right? It lets all those other people on the group text know that all those people aren't coming. And now it influences them not to come when it doesn't matter at all. Those people aren't coming. There's never going to be 100% yes, which is why inviting is personal, direct, and always on its own. Okay. So, what can you do when you receive back a no? A great strategy, if it's somebody local, is to say, you know what? Would it be okay if I stop by one day next week? I would love to show you the jewelry that I have and get your opinion on what additional pieces I should put in my kit. We call this a personal appointment. Again, I'm going to show you where these trainings are located. But a personal appointment is when you just get together one-on-one at someone's house or at a Starbucks or at a diner, like anywhere that you can get together one-on-one and just do a little appointment showing the jewelry, getting opinions. You'll explain how the sale works. You'll explain how the hostess program works. Very often you will leave with an order. You'll leave with a booking. You might leave even with somebody interested in joining your team. So those are fantastic. Anybody that you're talking to along the way, you can also invite them to book their own show, because you don't necessarily want to wait for your second show to be booked from your first show, because there's going to be then a lull in between. So if you know how we all have those people in our lives that love to have the parties, right? That's a great person to ask. But I want you to consider this. A great number to start out with is 5. You want your business going in 5 different directions right out of the gate. The faster that you can get into 5 different groups of people, the better your business is going to go. So you can even think about this as, don't forget to invite Frank. Who's Frank? F in Frank is friends what friends can you invite? Friends of that live local, friends that live far away, friends from work, friends from, any kind of friends. Okay. Are your relatives. That includes your in-laws, your outlaws, your ex-laws, anybody who's a family member. Maybe it's your sister-in-law's sister, right? You're going to reach around to those additional people that are family, right? F-R-I, Frank, F-R-A. A is your associates. Who are the people that you know from work? Your current job, a past job, people that you used to work with, people that, anybody that you know from work. Okay. N are your neighbors. Again, past and present neighbors. Who can you invite, especially to that in-person party? The neighbors love to come. They walk over, they have cocktails or snacks or whatever, and then they walk right back home. All right. And K is people that you know through kids. So who are those, like mom, parents from school, from sports, from other activities, from your nieces and nephews when you go to their stuff, whatever it is, that's who's Frank. If you can book shows and if you can invite people, that way at the end, you're going to book a show with your friend from college, your cousin Mary, your coworker from your last job, your neighbor Susan, and that school mom Annie. Now you have 5 different groups, okay, that are part of your business launch. All right. So that's who I really want you to make sure that you are inviting to your party, but also inviting to host with you. And that's how you're going to build quickly and efficiently. All right. So does that sound good? Please comment Frank if you're going to make sure that not only are you inviting Frank, but that you're going to be asking Frank to host a show with you so that you can get practice and get them a big jewelry shopping spree. Okay, let's go to step 3. Filling your calendar with the number of parties that you want to do. Now, you might not know how many parties that you want to do. So here's what I want you to definitely know first. How much money do you want to be earning with your Park Lane business every single month? How much money do you want to be earning? So when I got started in direct sales, I knew exactly what I needed to earn. And it's crazy how I didn't really understand what a huge success principle this was when I started. And I'm so appreciative. Like, I appreciate now so much that I had a goal right from the beginning. But when I got started, all I knew is that I was a teacher on maternity leave and that the COBRA for the health insurance we were paying was $600. And what I knew is that if I could make $600 doing home parties, then I could continue to be a stay-at-home mom because that was the financial need we had, $600 to pay that COBRA. The leader that I joined with told me that I would be likely to make $200 per party. This was again in June of 2000. So with that information, I said, I guess if I do 3 parties, I will make $600. So I booked 3 parties and made $604. So I learned very quickly that you get to be in control of your income. You have the power in direct sales and here at Park Lane to decide how much money that you're going to make. Now, I did learn that when you want to hold 3 parties, you probably should book more like 4 or 5 to allow for a cancellation, to allow for like a lesser successful party, things like that. But the next month, I did book 5 shows so that I could see if I would earn more. And I did. The next month, someone wanted to join my team. I learned that you make more money doing that as well. So although along, I had the goal I started with that $600 goal. We raised it to 1,000 pretty shortly after. Then we raised it again. We raised it repeatedly over these 22 years that I'm now on the world's longest maternity leave, right? So the best thing that you can do is to decide what income you want to be earning from your Park Lane business, and then share that with your leader so that we can advise you as to how many shows that you should book in order to make that goal. Because when you have a goal of, in my case, $600, then when I made $600, we could celebrate. We were excited. If someone said to me in the grocery store, "Hey, how's your new business going?" I was able to say, "Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I joined so that I could continue to stay home with the baby, and I've been easily making that, working just a couple of nights a month. It has worked out better than I ever expected." And they're like, "Wow, that sounds great. Maybe I'll book a party. Maybe I should join up with you." I knew my goal and could share that success. If I didn't know what I needed, if I didn't know what my goal was, when someone said, "How's it going?" my answer would have been wishy-washy, right? I would have been like, "Well, I mean, I'm making a couple of $100 a month. I guess that's okay. I guess that's good. I mean, people sell a lot more than me." That doesn't sound exciting. That doesn't sound like something people want to get involved in. Know what your goal is and be happy achieving that. And we can always raise it. So put into the comments, if you're comfortable, what is the income goal that you have here so that we can help you get there. We want to cheer you on. We want to help you have the financial impact on your finances that you came here to have. So, now, how do we get those people on the actual calendar? As you're saying to people, "Hey, I would love to do a show with you and your friends. It would help me get practice, and you would get a big jewelry shopping spree." How does that sound? Someone who's like, "Yeah, okay, I could do that." We get so excited, right? But we need to get their name written in our calendar on a date. So here's how you do that. Now, it's important to know when you want to do your shows. So if this is going to be an in-person show, you need to know what dates you have upcoming that you can go out and do an in-person show. If it's going to be an online party, well, then when are you going to be doing those? Thursday nights are excellent. Sunday nights are excellent. I think statistically, those are the two most attended nights. But if Thursday night is impossible for you because your son has piano lessons that you have to be involved in, then Thursday night is not good, right? You're going to do Wednesday nights and Sunday nights or whatever it is. So let's say I'm going to be booking an in-person event. When I did a show last Sunday and somebody said, "Yeah, I would like to have a show." Okay, great. Are you thinking an evening like girls' night out, or are you thinking more of well, first of all, I would ask, would you like a weeknight or do you want a weekend? So right away, people are going to make that decision, right? Oh, weeknights are kind of busy with the kids. I think I'd rather have the weekend. Okay, great. Would you like a daytime brunch and bling, or would you prefer an evening? And they're like, "Ooh, a brunch sounds fun." Okay, great. I have Saturday the 10th and I have Sunday the 18th. Which is better? So do you see how we're keeping people focused on what works for them within the framework of what works for you? Right? Because if they say, "Oh, I was hoping to have a Thursday." If you can't do Thursdays, I'm sorry, I don't have any Thursdays available. Would a Wednesday work? Or would a Friday work? Give an alternative. But usually when you give people the two choices, then the two choices, they pick one of those two and off we go. Do not open your big calendar and let them see 1,000 empty dates because you're new, because then there's no sense of urgency to pick a date. And do not say, "Okay, I'm booking October and November. When do you want?" Because that's too overwhelming, right? You know that when you're making appointments. When you make any appointment in life, they tell you what's available, right? And you look and see if that matches up for when you're available. It's no different here. All right. So it's just a lot more fun to book a party than it is to book an appointment usually. All right. So that's how we get people from being a lead to book a show. Yes, I would like to book a show, to a actual booking date on the calendar. Sue is having her party at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, October 11th, right? I don't even know if that's a Tuesday, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, now people are going to say no. There's going to be lots of people who say no, including a few that will shock you because you feel like they're the people that would or should be saying yes. Please remember, it's never, no, I hate you, or no, why are you so annoying? It's never that. It's just, no, I'm not interested right now. It might not even mean no, not ever. It might just mean no, not right now. Sometimes people will say, oh, well, I can't do October, but I could do November. Book that. There's nothing wrong with turning the page and having an existing booking. Sooner is better. But if they can't do that, do not hesitate to pencil someone in on a future date. So I want to show you some resources that we have for you, everyone. So let me screen share one final time. And we're going to go over to Facebook so that I can show you our team resource called Team Shine On. Now, you're all obviously already in here, but what we have for you within the group are the guides. Now, on the regular main part of the page, see how this is like the training that we had with Belinda Ellsworth. You'll see welcomes from new stylists. You'll see people that did an event and are sharing their successes so we can all learn. There's going to be all kinds of great things that you're going to find here in the team group. But the main thing I really want you to see are the guides. I want you to think of this as like your learning library. All right. So each guide has a title and several trainings within it in order to help you build and learn about your business. So for the most part, you're going to find that what you need is found in Guide 1, your first 90 days in business. Now, new stylist orientation, you will find is the same as what you're doing right now, so no need to worry about that. All right, the party outline. Okay, this is where we have the entire outline of what to say at your party. Print it out, and you have the whole script that you need. Words to do your reach out and check-ins and making your contacts and asking for bookings and checking in on jewelry, all right here. How to do a power hour. If you put a few minutes, 15 minutes of booking contacts, 15 minutes of customer care, 15 minutes of hostess coaching, and 15 minutes of follow-up into like 2, 3, or 4 days a week, your business will explode. So I just want you to see here that there's a whole bunch of helpful information here for you so that you don't have to wonder, how do I learn my new business? What you need is here for you. So think of this as, forget Netflix. Okay, you're going to Netflix your way to success. Remember I said about personal appointments? Here's Ashley sharing a lot more about that. All right. Product knowledge, so important to know, like, what are our designer pieces? So take the time to review these things and come back to it as often as you need. Okay, because there's so much here for you. And then the second guide, which is the final one I'm going to show you today, is what I was referring to earlier about the free necklace call. Here is all the words that you need in order to invite every different person that you could ever want to invite. A generic invite. And then how to invite your upcoming hostess, how to invite your past hostess, how to invite a great customer. The Zoom link is here. The words to send them, everything is here. So there's enough in here to keep you busy as you're learning your business for a while. But here's the thing. We don't just want you to just watch and then feel like, now what? Your leader wants to know about everything you're watching. So anytime you watch one of those trainings, let your leader know so that we can then further discuss it with you, so that we can give you additional ideas and thoughts. Make sure your questions are answered, because the guides are set up so that you can be in control of when you get the information. But that one-on-one attention with your leader, that's going to help make sure that you're understanding, that you are using things properly, that you're going to have successful parties. We want to help you every step of the way, from the minute you start right on through your entire business. So again, make sure that you have commented if you're watching live, or you've commented if you're watching the replay, that you've tagged your leader and your recruiter if that's not the same person. And please reach out to your leader and or recruiter right now to let them know that you were on New Stylist Orientation, so that you can have your first, or maybe not your first, but if you haven't yet, have your first one-on-one discussion for success with your business. So thank you so much for joining on. I hope that you found this helpful. I would love to hear your takeaways in the comments. And I hope that next week you will already have your first stylist on your team on this exact same training next Tuesday. Have a great night, everybody.